Is there something you need to say? Is there a message?
Just like before, just what we thought. Tell me what year you used to live. I also did a little research.
Holy cow.
Can you read what other word is with Nikki? Hello everybody. This is Dom from Upstate Supernatural. And let me see if I go this way right here. Okay. Now I'm in view. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in this week for Spirit Box Weekly. This is our last week testing the xParanormal Spirit Radio. And I'd like to thank Rebecca M., Candace B., Doppelganger, Mary Dallas, Mark. I saw you were in there earlier as well, Paraghoster. I believe I already said Mary Dallas, but thank you everybody for tuning in. And hopefully we'll have a decent show. Maybe we'll find some interesting results. Scott Latia, thanks for being in here, bud. Don't forget, everybody, this Sunday, we have Scott actually on for an interview with a ghost hunter. And should be a very interesting interview. He's actually investigated quite a few different locations. This week with xParanormal. Twister Dar, thanks for being in here. We're going to try the dual mode. We haven't done that quite yet, and I figured it'd be a good chance to try that. But right off the bat, I kind of think we should do a EVP session. I have had this on for about 5, 10, 20 minutes, and let's see if any activity is already here in the room. Alrighty. And I do now have the same exact recorder that we've been using for the voice sessions. Last night we did a show, Live Spirit Frequencies, James G. and I. Larry, thanks for tuning in as well, bud. And any viewers that are watching live that would like to join in the chat, feel free to jump on YouTube. There is a live chat that is enabled. But last night with Spirit Frequencies, I had the recorder sitting like this while I did the session. The left side caught a voice, the right side did not. So I found that very interesting. What I'm thinking, just probably going with one recorder for tonight. See what goes on. Again, there is nobody present in the house. Right now it's just me and sitting in the dark with some candles. Any spirits within communication? If it is possible for you to try to communicate, could you let us know a name of who you would like to try to contact? Would it be possible for you to give us a phone number of who you would like us to call? How many individuals are present right now? we're going to turn this off and play this back. Just to give everybody kind of a tip with just to give everybody a tip with communication. Basically, just with any spirits or any entities that we're trying to talk to, they were people. Treat them with the same respect you would treat other people. Try to talk to them as if they're here with you, which half the time they usually are. You being afraid of them, some are malevolent, but there is a majority that actually they're more curious to try to talk to us than sometimes we are to talk to them. But with saying all of that, I'm going to go ahead and play this back.
Any spirits within communication, if it is possible for you to try to communicate, could you let us know a name of who you'd like to try to contact?
Either Christine or who's this?
Would it be possible for you to give us a phone number of who you would like us to call?
Yes, I believe that was.
Of who you would like us to call? How many individuals are present right now?
Oh, what the hell was that?
We're going to turn this off and play this back.
Alright, well, I mean, we can do that later on as well. Again, I believe I thought I heard Christine for the name of who they're trying to contact. I don't know if there's a Christine that's watching. Christine, Christina. Or I believe I thought I heard it say, who's this? If you guys do have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to type those in the chat. I would be happy to try to ask those. I would like to thank Joey and I saw a few others that popped in. If I missed your name, please type it in the chat, and I'd love to give a shout out for you as well.
Estoy pienamente in corto. Oh, because you Alf, it's text.
Hello. If there's any spirits that are here right now, Are you able to utilize this device to try to communicate with us?
To feed him.
So it's really fun to go.
Matthew 11:20. Gentiletti provocato. They give up in my life.
Reminders for you.
And one of the other guy got 206.
Your morning 8 to 9
is deception.
If possible, could you please let me know what your name is?
And we
In a stable. Trascinatore.
Oh, Adrienne was
or Tuesday morning 8
is something $17 million.
Religious one.
Galleria and
The alternative $206
You
million.
are very welcome to try to communicate with us. You are very welcome to
Dei pochi tifosi.
make your presence be
There's
known.
going to be heaven.
I mean no offense. I come in peace and love.
Grad student.
and will be
Sorry, did you want to ask? $6 million to go with it.
Without a hat.
Sweater golf tour. To a world of war. Midi Radio 24.
The picture
Show.
World of War.
proverbial Camille neighbors
There.
performance for the Houston
on the
Year.
You know, it would have to be an.
one of the
So.
of course.
Now,
Hey, there's
any
this
spirits that are present,
Shine light on Pharrell's got it.
please feel free to
Do you see?
try to sit
Remember
down
the
and have a
respect for the
chat.
things.
reader.
There's a chair that's right there. You're more welcome to sit.
Your father and mother before.
Where they did make.
It's very chilling when you
Coach Bob Knight.
Convert to your religion.
How good do we want to be?
with that. Oh,
And
Let me say that in.
ability as weakness. Biblical commandments.
Shady McCoy.
I can build. I mean, with all the
Convert to your religion.
The tight end. I mean, it's a whole.
Ram.
Now, any spirits of communication,
always what was-
I actually received these
For part of
books.
the
These
Mr.
books are
Peter.
extremely old, and I don't want to catch them on fire.
Which is so
I'm going to
big.
set it up on the table here.
And that
Say, yeah,
And
that's an act where they
It's going to produce.
You know how like
50 times.
tutti i nostri
Okay.
that's what we did well here.
I robotic
like I just did.
And
All right, and here's what Bob.
creature.
Now, that book right here is about the Civil War.
They do some kind of
awards on everybody.
This book has to do
So much of
with it's the War of the Century is exactly how it's phrased.
Vince Wilfork, Brian.
And the book is from 1894
much
role, I would think.
is the copyright on it.
ma anche per un caffè.
Game plan offense.
And,
Do you have any lineage or any connection to this book?
and
Moral.
Enough, and maybe because
pride was the first sin
ad un esercente
I do
conceptually.
You do.
it remotely.
And who was it that said that I do?
Between churches.
it's kind of fun.
The whole story is in
So sta facendo molto di
existence of
New plays are.
Nanotechnology.
before you go to bed.
yes.
That keeps that
That come down through the
A man for all seasons.
We're different places.
And in Proverbs 11.
Posse proprio la macchinetta.
You don't think so?
over those couple of days,
they're actors.
That's right.
It was just
hands on it beforehand.
And then they
Tuesday, Wednesday.
very concerned
The mind. Whatever the.
Well, for your
before
Yeah, this book actually came from my godmother. She passed away
You wouldn't believe
at the age of 84,
the
about 11 years ago. But yeah, this book was passed down to me from my godmother. I'm just curious, who could you let me know what your name is that has the attachment to this?
some more stuff out.
actors.
Thanks.
They rush like
Always.
is going to be with us.
Night.
Azioni a volte.
If they need to know that, if
and they're like
Footage of my
it,
they're firing questions out.
talk to
vacation.
According.
TikToking for the holiday.
Trying to be very
Hand over the keys to my.
All right, what are we
This
doing?
book is
here?
really old.
Also,
and
Really start.
what
for some reason, are we
Should indicate.
20 varieties of
Wonderful to be
dura allo stress?
and then what about your
my keys based on that book.
But
intelligence?
information they have.
Public.
On CBS Sports Radio.
Catholic Church and
Desire to commit the sin.
TROUT.
that's a bad company together. Everything.
You know, so they have
To
Fantasy buff.
on there, and so they've got all.
If it's possible, could you tell me a little history about this book?
will love. They want
Amici. Luisa.
right now. I don't have
I usually wait till.
beast on
one scene
I
where
think it's been really good for.
24th.
from Rome
Sitting in the
Do you remember?
The Hebrew says
Prodotto di grande
Do you
qualità.
remember reading this book
asking
or
less.
Really good. Well,
having this
And-
book
and
read
argue-
to you?
kind of thing.
things like that, but
An agenda now.
That's what he was. Clarity.
Car insurance was the
they
day.
stress.
Veramente convinta.
Where was Chris?
Legit thing.
questions, offensive.
The level of
Let's get them right. These are,
that's Friday.
Are you an old war veteran?
Geico. 50
And
Why?
so that's really what I'm
know the answer out before.
15th, so that's what
People
You know,
With any
Coordinated.
communication through these devices,
distressing.
try to speak as
Sense.
slow as
Oh,
you
would lovely of their
can, and we
tinkling
should be able to
hands
hear
and
you a little
It's
bit
you
better.
right now.
Maybe.
that's the way.
in July
In the two Irelands
Not so much.
No.
deployed.
was never about. Chances are the reason.
Deals all week. Perfume boxes.
Questo è il... And take her by
The more you ask of me,
Coaching. And
Yeah, I don't know.
20
With
that's the whole thing because
and
it clear on the end of the
12 noon, handles the cloaks.
Now, out of curiosity, do you know who I am? Do you remember who I am?
Practice.
with the false.
It's what they.
But let
suspended the First Amendment. Crowds, they let
GYN
18 and versus
quale si discute
in a negative way.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's
peaceful Muslims.
At Penn State, we
intelligence that is
Now, any questions you guys have in the chat,
But they're
back to DeSoto County.
please feel free to
Manifestarla
go
in
ahead
po-
and
appointment.
Christianity.
go ahead and let me know what those questions would be, and
and-
I'd be happy to ask those.
you send them the iPads.
Defined
that is simply to object.
Smell Jackson. And it shall come to
Pagare come vuole anche.
Conversation I had with someone.
Watkins gonna
Yeah.
be sitting
Good, good. Who said good?
And
is the
create
information is forth. Well, what
Arcadia this
branding instead of
Di Confesercent.
I know you keep
we
these and is based
up their DBs.
Yeah.
let
there's the picture can be usually just
kind of tribute.
zolling themselves.
Diverse.
of God.
Players different, you know.
Around the
Hello.
world through
just like he is.
You know, outside back.
Ordering psychopath options to two.
to see you there.
At the end of the book of
Che in tanti ci stanno scrivendo.
That
Very
I can feel you. I can feel a strong presence around me.
Themselves up and going. Guns at my head.
Johnny Knox to let you that I will punish getting your ticket. So also
what their skill set is.
Nations for different
But it happened
a deeper look plasma-based or machine.
in the process.
Out of
radio
curiosity,
shadows is with the little and the Bible.
are you to my right? Could you
Show up on the screen right next
Nixon. Obviously.
Who either
to us. No, if I
Brevard Avenue. All that do wickedly.
All I want to do is
Oh yes. And what you do.
By a saint.
charged with
I don't know what
Couple guys missed.
into a dystopia.
I'm gonna mute this for a second. Any spirits in communication, any spirits that may be present, what I am doing, this is a live video feed. There is a thermal camera which is directly pointed at me. There is a microphone right here. This computer, this screen with words, has a chat which has individuals that are around the world that are viewing this and acknowledging what's going on, telling me if they see anything, giving questions and so forth. If you would like to show yourself, if you would like yourself to be seen, you are more than welcome to. These shows, these videos that I try to put out there are to help individuals know how to contact you, to know how to respectfully treat you when they're trying to do communication. There are individuals in the chat that are asking if you have a question for us. Another question was Janet W. If you can focus and push the question out mentally, would like to know who comes and visits her, if you're able to answer that. And I'm going to turn this device on. With the device, it spits out words, and try to grab a hold of those words. Try to talk as loud as you can when that's on, and we may be able to hear you. That is the theory, that is the premise with any spirit box, whether it's a radio, an application. The vibration through the speaker allows you the chance to try to talk.
All sin is
Un pagamento.
To clear up all the
Film work. Take
To the
Christian units,
a week or 2 weeks.
or the
and they
by that term.
So, you know, we...
babies or guy has
Lamentare se questa
We've been doing it.
Ford
more ambitions.
Out there every single
year's day for heaven.
So they're going
Grandiose a term.
Yes, and holding on.
to fix that when the real
Da fare in modo che...
You've been doing this every single...
and as a
Amazing place. He's right on. You got
forces out
free will.
Medical organizations.
what you've done for the Lord. I don't
I was defense yesterday.
Feeling.
801 25
11-4.
No.
The truest help that we can try to give you
Everyday retalk.
begins with all over.
is to help your family find closure. To help you
Yeah,
try
it's
to help them find closure. So possibly you could try to move on,
Realtors possessing
Flatly.
or try to find peace.
child.
Bisogna trovare una...
Boyer's tool.
He can help you avoid
Left. Boyer. Useful.
property with my
Say it's caught.
in general. And
And I was like, I'm gonna go guys, you know, be
I'm sorry, I can hear you, sir.
and general
The goal of the age. Tuned in the next
sellers
determinism.
right.
approach God in humility.
Pensando di Colan. I must have...
line by line of the book.
Talking to his team. This is important.
You are very,
For
very
investment
strong.
problem.
Little play fake databases
Keep
for
trying to communicate. I appreciate
Deserve.
it.
Call Mark.
here and
For an hour.
That's the only stand.
Quindi Giampaoli che poi...
Testament. So
formation posed by
You are
intelligence
very, very close.
That's 8
and more data at that moment in time.
Nobody has any kind of...
far off would not live.
Troviamo...
that's what I'm
This is amazing.
Right?
Application supporting
With Coach O'Brien.
Cell phone geo.
solopreneurs
Happens to us. There are all
which is found in body...
exalted himself.
Metterà che per
and one went the other way.
Well, throwing.
records.
One of the top guys in the league.
Far in the future, he said.
.com for more.
And if
disturbing extent...
Emphasizes humility.
E tutti bisognerà trovare...
hello
Jesus.
And watch the tape.
and what they are doing,
He's a danger.
they think. Choice.
cells, and that's...
The lifts.
Vede tutta questa
Out
faccenda.
of curiosity, does the
That's where
screen
that
seem
trust
blurry
came.
to everybody?
Signing can
In addition to
such a power.
That's an inflammation.
Starts looking down.
Mega parlato di
Of an intellectuals.
the guy that accurate that can
chilling
They make a lot of.
happened.
Is there someone standing in front of me? Are you sitting in the chair?
Here, what the Bible
More
calls.
said than done. You
The last couple of three
know, it's a whole.
by Mr. Bamford
Hello?
is all about.
And when you...
Emotional ascent.
him a number of times up.
Absolute.
Hasn't been up there much.
Please.
It's fine now. It looks fine.
To the thing.
But
we can't do it
The whole
every-
screen looked blurry for a
Parentesi,
second.
Pimpinelli.
You have a Savior who is.
Because they're fans. You know.
Any spirit in communication, how does this work? How are we truly able to hear and to talk to you without hurting you, without offending you, and being able to hear you the best that we can?
What about facing the record?
Question and
detox.
looks like to
what you're doing and learn how to.
Just never know what you're gonna
run for
Can you
many
hear me right now?
And she is one
looking at
NSA side.
anything.
Free Ligonier.
Salt bath, dry.
Jesus example.
Can you say yes or no?
You hate me.
oh, how he gets it all.
12A
They run it so
securing building at one.
Me, thank you for
And so all of
thinking.
no, vabbè, diciamo che la
What I'm saying. All I'm saying.
last year, but do you,
Place where
Not.
do you take anything out of that?
John Point
Award-winning composer
for sure.
thing and say to your
It's going to be.
on this year's team.
story for eavesdropping.
Well, give us these.
Just to
Is
look
there
at
a loved one
ARPA
that you would like to say hello to?
Play has it.
These are they're all
you want to truly
Away.
Hey, welcome to
Speak or next is
Brian's doing.
Along
the new M.
What did you call him? For the ongoing support.
best thing that you can see.
are humbled.
Un anno avrà
You would have to go to.
boy, what does he?
120
Of him and see.
Guys,
in collaboration.
So God to as many people.
It's got this real
That both
And help her process.
press the last
Brian Dark.
legs. Very strong.
I have never,
I don't want to be in the middle.
I've never done
this
this,
particular
priests were completed.
but I'm gonna do this.
When you
Are going to
You want to
backers and secondary
heaven not where the
Number 3-5.
you know you have on
The very steep,
Both emotionally and
it's the most important thing.
the equivalent of
Great fundamentals.
supercomputer.
your phone number and I will.
Ligonier, L.I.
antiviral and
set of the MacArthur.
Let's just spin the neck.
Gotta be patient. That's all
Computer.
things because he'll cut
This
back.
picture-
Real as it gets.
Dr. Warner. The law of God.
season of detoxification.
Other resource,
This
one.
How many bodies?
Jesus and the
That
resurrection.
is a photo of my
Telling
godmother.
you how to
Okay.
He's
get yourself.
Well, there you go.
World, right? Right.
Now.
Volentieri, però insomma.
he's become a really good.
Is it possible? Is it possible
Would you-
to communicate
Oh, shut you down. What?
with who is in that photo?
Inflammatory.
Commentary series.
See,
Now that you know.
And Ellington.
AI community.
What?
Anthony playing at linebacker.
Department of Defense or anything.
the two
For a copy of John's book.
Most of the genre.
And if
Doug, I would
possible,
like to
can
see
you
him.
let me
I will
know
have to.
They.
Crafting a
what was
career
her profession?
Well,
Expected to get into the low.
and it's
Drill volumes that you.
che ci diceva insomma
In this.
Size, all
passionate guy that
Artificial intelligence.
and I don't get it.
guy and
Specialize.
Supporting.
ends up where it's in your.
Terry is free.
Noi sentirei ver-
Adrienne.
It's a constant surveillance.
so I said I think
An off-planet
Because it really did
but
terraform.
longer.
Our worship is high.
are amazing in their.
Spirits and communication. I'm going to try to do a burst session. That is a photo of my godmother. If possible, can we try to communicate by having that photo out? Is she able to come and receive communication? Another question that I actually have. If an individual is in heaven, they go to the light, can they come back and communicate with us? In any spirits and communication, could you tell me, if possible, what is in the background of that photo? I heard someone. And if she is able to come through, what did I used to call her? It was the nickname that my sister and I used to call her. Could you let us know what that is? I'm going to turn this off. If you have anything else that you would like to say, please say it now before I turn this off. I will do another session. Okay. I am hearing things. Through the headset. I'm not hearing it actually in the room. As I said in the beginning when we did this show, I am the only one that is home. There is nobody home. We actually figured out about 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, this house is 175 years old. She never lived in this house. I used to call her Charlie. Her cat's name was Honey Bear. And she was a professor. She was a teacher. And I'm very curious on any replies that may come back. I was there, I think I was 18 years old when she passed, I'm pretty sure. And my mom was actually there. She held her hand when she passed. And I cannot imagine that to that extent, to see and feel that when someone passes. And I'm sure she felt loved when the time came. But I'm just very curious. I mean, with a photo, I've never tried that. I've never tried to do this with a photo. Any questions you guys have, please type it in the chat. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Taylor, Spooky Raven, Love Peace, thanks for being in here. Rebecca M, Janet W. If I'm missing anybody, please let me know.
Another question that I actually have. If an individual is in heaven, they go to the light, can they come back and communicate with us?
That noise was a car.
Can they come back and communicate with us? Any spirits in communication, could you tell me, if possible, what is in the background of that photo?
Whoa. Very faint.
Background of that photo.
Okay, extremely faint.
Photo.
Right there. It's an American flag.
I heard someone And if she is able to come through, what did I used to call her? It was the nickname that my sister and I used to call her. Could you let us know what that is?
There's chatter in the background. I mean, there's definitely chatter there. I mean, I'm hearing a voice. Sorry. Whoever this Taylor person is, I would appreciate you not saying negative comments to individuals in the chat. I try to keep a peaceful chat, and saying things that are mean and nasty to individuals that are just trying to enjoy watching a show is frankly immature. And you know, most of us that do the shows actually do investigate. So I'd appreciate the negativeness to not be present. Yeah, I don't know who you are. I don't really care who you are. As soon as I see another comment pop up, I will kick you out of this. Thank you very much. Have a great night, whoever you are. And there you go. Yeah, I apologize about that, everybody. I mean, this type of behavior ends up just bringing a negative aspect within the field. Anyway, let's get back to doing what we're trying to do, which is trying to listen and hear if there's anybody there. What everybody does in the paranormal, whether it's investigating and whether it's viewing the shows, I mean, we're all trying to learn. We're all trying to help each other.
I'm going to turn this off. If you have anything else that you would like to say, please say it now before I turn this off. I will do another session.
Yeah, there's definitely some sound activity. I'm very curious to go through and re-listen to this, see what's captured. And I do want to give a huge shout out to Live Sci-Fi. I never knew about doing the burst sessions, and if it wasn't for Paraghoster and Live Sci-Fi, I never would have tried it. And I gotta say that with doing the burst sessions, it feels like it helps the activity. It feels like it helps you get a better connection, a better form of communication. You usually want to do them for 45 seconds to a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and then play them back on the spot. But you know, that's kind of I want to give a huge shout out for that, because I mean they're the individuals that I saw doing it. And let's go ahead and turn the Spirit Box on. I mean, that's Spirit Box Weekly.
Anyway, guns.
No, it
done that chapter yet.
La differenza. That means she's
Sorry about that, Doppel. I can try to turn that down for you.
shootings going on.
That's it for the pillow.
Trouble here, there's no...
Into chapter 12. Stroking and pat.
See the sun.
Però di solito nel...
Getting that earlier.
Only reason I turn it so loud is hopefully to hear.
I was listening to...
Hear more.
Already handled the syndicate.
And he was talking about how...
I hope that's what.
Into the clock.
In questo caso non...
Don't allow
there.
So much for listening.
To Palm Springs.
Well, there are others like this.
Texans Radio.
$500,000.
But maybe America isn't...
Whatever it is.
You know, I did
Singing along.
Antonio che ci...
For example.
Basically, the
Nancy Pelosi.
Now, here's your...
if I
Gun control thing.
Enjoyment of life.
say of what they...
A wonderful one.
Spirits in communication.
did it happen?
Is there a certain individual that you would like to try to communicate with?
Which is confiscated.
Ought to
get permission based.
you. And I think.
Magari questa...
The witness accounts. Too early for that.
I'm Fred Zan, I'm Jim
A
Cook.
lot to talk to you
About this very thing,
That there is the good, the
At the Loretto
in
convict.
such a way that.
Per radio.
This information.
the bites.
I told exactly what you
Shooting range.
Bill O'Brien show.
listen up. Yeah.
Target carriers.
They're blue.
Her school. She would...
To the opening phrase of their.
Why you can talk to her.
In fact, one of the...
Oh no, here we go.
Days.
Spirits in communication. How do you feel about the term paranormal? Do you feel that is a good term for us to use?
Doctors and
It just seems like
Resistance.
computer. Head on it.
Fortunate and...
That in the words of the.
capire...
Accountable for that sloppy.
Defense wants to
Answer to that is
Range.com.
play the last game.
because these were
9. The art.
Relax.
Researching and writing.
Hide and not.
Generano un po' di...
Who are you?
It's the winter. It's
and what
Be on the lookout for
I heard it was going to be in the...
the black goo.
with kindness
We
and love.
do have a gentleman in
got-
our chat
and-
that has a great
Classico, basta.
question.
My life. Different accounts of what
I have to
happened.
ask Quentin about the cold...
Request.
Spirits in communication. Are you looking for a child that it could be suffering emotional loss? Are you trying to help each other?
Web Connect.
profession in
About so you and
4, 5, 8.
Now these people are gone.
Freedom.
Ci sono invece altri...
That he was.
are winning.
was kind of a
You know, these guys are winning.
white hat black.
Relax, would you?
Juliet, you want me to?
It's.
E che torna con
If possible, could you let me know the last name of someone you would like to try to chat with?
A game. I'm just.
thing that and
You know. It's this.
Se però è un problema.
What I'm saying is,
All that goes into winning.
held against Bush's
But that's what we have to do.
Rothschild, the city of
But I'm
producer and writer.
What we used to say in the.
Ora vi dico, innanzitutto...
500.
other jobs. You've got.
in the intelligence
He also.
communities with the blue.
Spoil the experience.
The candid realtor.
Of all.
Fatto che con...
Remember this night. You'd be arguing that
Even if they've lost,
Underneath islands of
you know, it's a...
they'd actually ship
Best.
It's hard to know.
To enjoy art.
Turne.
seen us as a one guy that wrote
From the Monday night win,
say New Mexico. Now
working on the next game.
they
You have fun. From anything.
Giro nel web.
No, any spirits in communication.
There's a lot
I've
of...
actually spoken with Mark a few times.
Even not
And,
I
competitive.
don't know all the answers.
Do you happen to know
opportunities.
Mark personally?
Acknowledging.
Bene, la sindrome...
ham sandwiches.
And I'm relying...
Against the New Orleans
Know the rest of the,
Okay, we're not going to look
opponent, but all.
but it makes
excited. And
Definitely changes.
forward with the touch.
I've never seen and but
in medicina.
Chemistry. You're going to teach
Field goals is a major.
the black goo.
that whole thing.
Understand? Like, what about?
Intel.
Not with women.
Don't forget.
You owe $10,000.
What a stale.
Carenza di ferro, la...
To you, that doesn't.
We need to come back to
in which the
5 times
a different challenge now.
And again, any questions that you guys have, please type those in the chat. Be happy to ask any.
Have you tried the Mary
Fere che alcune, ma...
Some guy.
Knowing that.
that Marco
that plus the fact
When you hear
and see if they
they think they have
3714.
Advice is given to.
delle cause...
And 325
last couple of weeks, I think.
the harm move.
That's actually,
Defend women, it's a
I'd
li-
like to acknowledge Janet saying that, actually. Spirits in communication. A lot of us search for answers from you. And, you know, that is a valid statement. As much as we are trying to learn as people, I'm sure they're trying to learn too. So, a question I actually, from that statement, thank you, Janet, for putting that in there. Beautiful, beautiful statement.
being civilized.
Spirits in communication. Is there answers that we may know that we can answer for you?
He now thinks
Okay, let's not let it.
April
president on the Democratic side.
And that he is
Location. On
Molto semplice.
lying.
Just focus on one
by
6 was in.
one series at a time.
sure death.
Is there something that you may
The
think
same
that,
push-ups and sit.
so much
that,
of this
that
is a
we
dream.
may
That Dick
know
Farrell.
I don't want you to be
that,
careful.
that we can answer for you?
And by
Yeah, I should have thought it.
In Green Hall's
When I say
This
that
time the job. Yeah.
employee that
I can come.
Lawrence, as some of you
Hard class.
guys being young,
questions.
Make plays for this team
and serious
Everybody's had that experience.
before. So what about the
noose around her
Something we've all been trying to figure out is
To me.
say I was
gagged herself
For 72 hours.
yet. So
in
basically,
her hands be
are you still
That
present
moment.
around
To
us
take a-
because
I have no
you,
idea.
you might have passed away from a tragic death?
A Bible that I've been
How different
that
And
free safety
story and it just
okay.
his life is short.
It's mean, but I know
Time, I want you to live with
I suoi disturbi...
in it.
You know, becoming a
assassination
What you've been,
with tackle who could do
mode and
for example,
why?
come back there. Ooh.
Wait,
How,
you will never.
Protezione.
How do portals work?
Certain books.
Do human
the
spirits
British-
come through a portal,
compass course.
or only bad
See,
spirits come through a
Marconi-
portal?
And cares about you.
240.
Wait, eventually,
Risposta precisa.
I understand that's missing.
defense versus.
you know taken a
Trying to navigate.
We'll discuss that.
underground
And it is physically challenging.
of the virus.
X-ray, see
SARS-9.
Uomo medico innanzitutto.
Leo the field.
That has Texans radio.
it rigged
And you know where
Rising Texas.
he dies
a lot less demand.
Or is the limit of
Biop.
cast off the truck?
Federico.
Right now. Completely missing.
Yeah, but
Eyes injecting players.
whistleblowers like
Ranger school, they
For the holidays, it's
called
gotta keep
It's discipline.
Volte complesse.
All right, I'll go. But it's not in that.
drafted by.
but it was top secret.
you have to have certain
It's like for you trying to break.
Weird was going on.
roughly half
Representative. Conclusion.
Ma ci sono dei fatti.
When you say all,
Those dream come true.
Was a doom
and so
Get a number of different.
ETs.
infantry guys they like
Strangling.
Writer, producer.
I fattori di rischio dobbiamo...
putting our own. Well, because there's.
Just
The rogue group was
okay.
so not the failure, no matter.
to tell
Well the fudge
Staring
And is
God on that.
Carità, questo è un altro elemento.
Spirits in communication, or entities, or ghosts, or so forth. An interesting question that was brought up to me was that basically when you kind of got where you are, did you have a time of reflection in which you wanted to choose to possibly try to right a wrong that you might have done.
Think about it. Get
You're a paratrooper before
Jesus Christ.
I mean, in a way, she's a good.
Colonel as a young man.
non intervenire e che
because it's scripture, ain't it?
the cog in the wheel for
One of the big
self. It's just type.
and see it now.
You know what I mean?
By members of his
fare questa distinzione.
Planet B.
When people,
What they call quantum.
the national
At that point,
But folks,
program
Amen.
Because it's based on.
Embolia di
The system is.
go to or what
how difficult is that?
the Craig super.
and pass it.
Well, with
you
any
don't
spirit
want them.
communication, you want to
You
go
go home.
through
that can so
The letter.
your audio. You always want to go through your audio after completing it
yes, but
and
When
try to
asking,
listen back. You could slow it down
and
Phone's not
or just
ringing.
listen to it real time and see if you can hear something.
relationship between and then we have
Life just happens. So
play a computer game with
they could and they came up with
at
a
that point, wondering.
computer, the new gener.
by the
As well for
che ha una
that did evil
Okay.
Like it's an in.
about 20
I want to ask you
I don't really know.
your actual
discover that enterprise
avviene per
I want to find it.
has played a
Is
Or maybe it was 2 out
done so far. How hard is it?
the restrict.
okay
Wrote and said, pick film like gun.
Yeah, I
Sento
agree,
subito una
Spooky
lampada.
Raven. Definitely for sure.
Because
Call it whatever you want.
fail you get
I think going from safety to
Now,
if you
Said I was facing the
this is the Bible.
Il problema è di.
right here should
place, being.
timeline.
well
What about his?
When I
and by 3 weeks that
face straight mainstream picture.
It's all buttoned up.
Familiare che improvvisa.
as far as
Alright, I'm gonna do that for a second. Any spirits, I would like to thank you for your communication. I'm gonna turn this back on. I would like to thank you for your communication. Thank you for your time. I also would like to say that you are always welcome here. You don't have to stay here, but you're always welcome to come and go as you please. I do come in peace. I do come in love. I am very curious of how to help you. I'm very curious to try to help others learn ways to help you. Please feel free to try to communicate anytime through Skype, through these video sessions. Basically, I could be on the telephone, and that's fine as well too. But I would like to give you a chance if you would like to say goodbye, or you have any last words that you would like to say. I'm going to turn this back on for you.
When a guy
computer.
college class
Irons take us.
There's a
turbo della parola
truth in English
something that.
Military uniforms.
it's now here's the problem
How does communication?
The Desert Storm.
get a failure rate
And
miracle number 2.
and to see you in
deviazione della
Would you like to say goodbye?
You leave right now. So this
class they
you can just tell somebody, hey,
thing, this
they don't even have another
Donation to truth. Saying
vuole meno di un
discretion if your family
Right? When you guys are.
is not rigged
like that. But I think we're gonna
thing actually.
it's a training program
more people than ever
I just adore you.
lost your beg called.
Are professore.
beliefs of your family
you've been a part of.
Now we're doing.
or
I heard that as well, Twister.
They
and they put them in the
Jenny
Was
Brink,
there a
embarrasses
woman
you.
that was just crying? There's no
Un'organizzazione.
need to cry.
Christianity until you were
Where you
very quickly
I mean it's had reasons
and
very quickly.
doesn't really matter
Truth for life. Got into the lobby and they walked.
only unprofitable
bisogna chiamare
Christianity
gap in every defense.
To be the full.
always do
We're
women
just allowed to play football.
Like an artificial.
it's women
I'm Bob Lepine for
You really show your.
What the fuck? Did someone just knock on the door, or was this through that? Someone knocked on the door. Could you do it again? Someone knocked on the door. Could you do it again? Okay. I'm gonna have to say that it came through the Spirit Box device. Next week we're gonna be switching over to EchoVox's EVR. We'll be switching to that. I've been trying to play catch up on some of the other devices. We still need to get through the GB Rift. Haven't done that. We've done it on some of the other shows. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on liveparanormal.com. Don't forget to check out Paraghoster's channel. He does some fantastic shows. Nicky Paranormal with Live Paranormal. Don't forget about Scott Latia. We have an interview this Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And you can catch us also on liveparanormal.com Thursday nights, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. with Upstate Supernatural and James G. This upcoming week, we're going to be switching over to Spirit writing communication. We're going to try to focus in and see if they can talk to us, and we're just going to hold a pen and paper and see what happens. But you guys have a beautiful weekend. Hope to see people come in on Sunday. Scott is an awesome guy, outstanding individual, and I can't wait to have everybody meet him and have everybody get to know a little bit about what he's done and what he does. So everybody have a great evening. Thanks for tuning in. Janet W., Mary Dallas, Nikki, Love Peace, Wanda Stevens, Harry Overstreet, Twister Dar, Paraghoster, Mark, thanks for being in here, buddy. Spooky Raven. Seeing if there's any other ones that I'm missing. I'm sure there's quite a few. Bloody Mary, Doppelganger, David Coffin, Candace B, Rhonda Sutton Castle, Lucifer Ron. Let me see. Scott Latia, Joey Sweeney. And I'd like to give a huge shout out to apparently my #1 fan, Taylor, wherever the hell you are. Thanks for coming in. And I hope after you view this, after you've seen this, if you're a huge fan, might come in here and be a little bit better. So, Chris Walsh, thanks for being in here. I'd like to also give Death, The Final Frontier. Checked out his channel the other day. Loved it. Chuck, you're doing some awesome stuff. It was awesome. Everybody have a beautiful night. I'm going to turn this off.